Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take interesting sources, unpack them, and pull out the crucial insights for you.
And today we've got a really practical topic. We're looking at how Salesforce consultants actually secure clients and projects.
Yes, specifically focusing on something called a proof of concept, or POC. Our main source here is a document from Raksha Sanganee.
And Raksha is someone you definitely want to listen to on this. I mean, her background is really impressive.
Totally. Looking at her LinkedIn, you see things like, 14 Salesforce certs?
Yeah, 14 certs, 35 super badges, 15 times All-Star Ranger, over 1,450 badges overall. It's quite a list.
And not just Salesforce, right? There's Capado certs, Scrum certifications too.
Yeah.
PSM1, PSPO1.
Exactly. And her LinkedIn summary mentions, I think, 50 certifications in total, including 15 Salesforce ones specifically, so deep technical grounding.
Definitely. Skills like Apex, LWC, JavaScript, even Python. And her experience backs it up. She's currently a Salesforce solution consultant at Fluido.
Right. And before that, Salesforce developer, even freelance work where she built a whole recruitment app, UI, automation, the works.
Plus, she founded those Salesforce WP WhatsApp groups. Shows real community involvement.
And her Trailblazer profile confirms that high-level 15 certs, again, 36 super badges, All-Star Ranger. You see certs like Experience Cloud, Business Analyst, AI Associate, Data Architect, Application Architect. It goes on.
Service Cloud, Admin, Advanced Admin, CPQ Specialist, Platform App Builder, DevEyes, a very broad base.
And her document bio mentions she is a Capado Global Award winner and was a Woman in IT nominee. So recognized expertise.
Okay, so we've established Raksha really knows her stuff.
Yeah.
And her document dives into why these POCs are so critical for winning Salesforce projects. That's our mission today, basically.
Yeah.
Understand the strategic importance of POCs through her eyes.
Right. So Raksha makes this point up front. Clients today are informed, they've done their homework, they need more than just a sales pitch.
They need proof.
Exactly. And that's where the POC comes in. It's the key, often, to closing the deal.
So let's define it based on her perspective. What is a POC in this Salesforce context? So not just a quick demo, is it?
No, not at all. She describes it as an initial working version of the solution.
Yeah.
Keyword is working. It demonstrates the practical application for that specific client.
Okay, a working version. And Raksha outlined some primary roles for this POC. Building trust is one she mentions. How does it do that?
Well, think about it. Instead of just talking about what you can do, you're showing them a piece of it, live. It's tangible, they can interact with it. That naturally builds confidence that you can deliver the full thing.
Right, it moves from abstract promises to something concrete. She also mentions validating ideas.
Yeah, this is crucial. You and the client have assumptions about how things should work. The POC is like a test bed. Does this approach actually meet their expectations? Does it solve the problem effectively? You find out early, before committing huge resources.
Makes sense, like a reality check.
Yeah.
And highlighting value. How does a POC show value beyond just, features?
This is key. It's about connecting the features to business impact. So the POC should demonstrate things like how much time this could save, or potential cost reductions through automation, or how it might improve a specific business metric, using real data showing ROI potential.
So you're proving the business case right there in the POC.
Pretty much. And the last point she makes is about engaging stakeholders.
Why is that important during the POC?
Because you get the key decision makers involved early. They see it, they interact, they give feedback, they get invested. It builds buy-in across the board, which makes the whole process smoother later on.
Okay, so it's doing a lot of heavy lifting, trust, validation, value, engagement. Raksha calls it both proof of concept and proof of value.
Exactly. It proves the tech works, and it proves the investment is worthwhile for the business. It answers both critical questions.
Got it. Now, she also makes a point of distinguishing POCs from prototypes and MVPs. People sometimes mix these up. How does she define them?
Right. It's a useful clarification. The POC, she says, is really focused on technical feasibility. The core question is, can this solution actually work? Can we integrate these systems? Can this AI do what we need?
Like showing Salesforce Einstein, AI can automate a specific task, or that data cloud can pull in data from different places.
Precisely. Just proving it's possible. Then you have the prototype.
How's that different?
The prototype is more about the look and feel. It's usually interactive, but maybe not fully functional underneath. It answers. How will this solution work from a user perspective? What will the interface be like?
So more about the user experience design.
Kind of, yeah. And then there's the MVP, minimum viable product.
Okay, and that is...
That's the first usable version. It's basic, has just enough core features to meet the essential client needs, and it's actually functional and ready for production. It's the starting point for the live system.
Okay, POC for feasibility, prototype for look and feel, MVP for the first functional release. That's a helpful breakdown. So let's get into building a winning POC. Based on Raksha's advice, what are the key strategies she highlights?
One of the biggest things is selecting the right features. Don't try to boil the ocean or show off every bell and whistle.
Focus is key.
Absolutely. Zero in on the features that directly tackle the client's biggest pain points or deliver on their most desired outcomes. If data silos are their nightmare, show how Data Cloud fixes that. Immediate impact.
Addressing their specific challenges head on, and then showcasing the impact. How do you make that concrete in the POC?
Raksha really emphasizes using real-time metrics and dashboards within the POC. Don't just say it's faster. Show a metric that demonstrates time saved. Don't just say it saves money. Illustrate potential cost reductions through automation.
So quantifying the benefits.
Exactly. Show the efficiency gains, cost savings, maybe even revenue impact like improved conversion rates or shorter sales cycles if applicable. Make the value tangible and visible.
And this obviously relies on understanding the client's needs deeply beforehand. Raksha talks about that alignment, right?
Oh, absolutely. That pre-engagement discovery is critical. You need to know, what are their specific business challenges? Why are their current systems failing them? What are they really hoping to achieve?
And the POC needs to be a direct answer to those questions.
Precisely. It has to be tailored. A generic demo just won't cut it. It needs to resonate with their reality.
And you mentioned quantifying benefits. How does she suggest doing that effectively? ROI calculations, KPIs.
Yeah, both. Showing potential ROI, like implementing this feature could lead to X% savings, and using relevant KPIs, key performance indicators. Track metrics like time saved per task, reduction in errors, maybe faster response times.
And present those clearly.
Right.
Yeah.
Ideally, build those metrics right into a dashboard within the POC itself, so the value is immediately obvious.
Okay. Now, Raksha also warns about common mistakes people make with POCs. What should consultants watch out for?
One big one is overcomplicating it. Trying to show too much, like we mentioned. Keep it focused on the core value proposition for that client.
Resisting the urge to demo everything.
Exactly. Another mistake is missing the business value connection. Getting too caught up in the technical features and forgetting to constantly link them back to how they solve the client's specific business problems and improve their outcomes.
Always tie it back to the why.
Always. And the third big one is not engaging the right stakeholders early and often. If the decision makers aren't involved, seeing it, giving feedback, building that buy-in, the POC might be technically great, but still fail to close the deal.
Get them involved from the start. Okay, so let's say the POC is a success. The client loves it. What does Raksha recommend for smoothly transitioning to the full implementation?
First, document everything from the POC. Capture the results, the metrics, the feedback. That becomes the foundation and justification for the larger project.
Use the POC success as a springboard.
Right. Then, develop a clear roadmap for scaling up. Define the milestones, the timelines, the resources needed for the full build-out.
Plan the next steps carefully.
And finally, get the full implementation team engaged early. Bring in the developers, the project managers, everyone who will be involved in the build so the handoff is smooth and everyone's aligned from the start.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So wrapping this up, the big takeaway from Raksha Sanganee's insights seems to be that, especially heading into 2025, the POC isn't just a demo, it's a fundamental strategic tool.
Absolutely. It's how you build trust, prove value, validate the approach, and get everyone on board. It's becoming less of an option and more of a necessity, particularly for significant Salesforce projects.
And the keys are that sharp focus on client pain points, rigorously measuring and showing the impact, and keeping those stakeholders engaged throughout.
Nail those elements, and your POC becomes a very powerful sales asset.
So here's a final thought to leave you with. Raksha's focused on Salesforce, but this strong emphasis on demonstrating tangible value up front through something like a POC. How might that principle apply more broadly? Could we see this model becoming more common in other complex high-value industries where just talking about benefits isn't enough anymore? Something to think about the power of showing versus telling.
Definitely food for thought.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.